So let us quickly begin with this question number 15, and I will tell you to add last point as core current asset, because I want to teach you all three methods of MPBF method. In last lecture, I had taught you all three methods, but this would be practice sum. So let us go with all three methods of MPBF, maximum permissible bank finance. So you need to add last point after, I mean, after I complete reading the whole question, I will give you to note down point F, because the last point here is E. So I will give you point F would be the last point, and it would be related to core current assets. Okay, see, look at the question. The following is the cost sheet of company producing 48,000 similar type of products every year. So this is production capacity, 48,000 units. Now they say raw material is 80 per unit, labor is 40 per unit, factory overheads 30 per unit, selling and distribution cost is 20 per unit, and net profit is 30 per unit. So selling and distribution overheads, we don't take it. We don't consider this particular expense for calculation of total cost. Okay. So net profit is given 30. Following further particulars are given to you. Raw material remain in stock for 2 months, while finished goods stock is carried for 3 months, I think. It is little blur. Yes, it is 3 months, correct. Credit allowed to customers is 3 months, means debtors, while credit allowed by suppliers, means creditors of a material, is 2 months. Factory overheads are paid at the end of the month. See, factory overheads are paid at the end of the month means here they have taken,
Outstanding.
yes, outstanding, means they are going to pay after the month will be ended. Okay, as the month will be ended, they are going to pay factory overheads. So how many months we will take here? 0.5. Whenever this point is there, you have to take 0.5, means half a month. So what you have to take here? Half a month. Half a month means 0.5.
0.5.
Yes. Company has a policy. Now look at this point. Company has a policy to have a bank balance at least 1,50,000 on any date. That is 1,50,000 is cash balance, and cash holding worth 3 months factory overheads. Now this is something that we have to calculate as we calculate other adjustments. No, so cash is always given. Here also cash is given 1,50,000. That is bank balance. But for cash, he says 3 months factory overheads, means 3 months into number of units into rate. So rate will be taken off factory overheads. For factory overheads, what is the rate? 30 per unit. So we will take 30 per unit into 3 months into how many units? 48,000 divided by 12, whatever will be our answer.
4,000.
Yes, 48 divided by 12 will be 4,000, I think. So we will take 4,000 units. Like we calculate always with stock of raw material, debtors, creditors, stock of finished goods. We calculate, no? So this is the formula that we use to calculate other adjustments also. Likewise, we have to calculate for cash also in this sum. Now, last adjustment is 20% of total sales is for cash. So, it is related to debtors. Okay. So, we will take 80 percentage of sales. You are required to prepare a statement of working capital requirement. But before that, I want you to add last point in the question. So, whole question is before you. Okay. Now, last, and you have to add last point. Write down F. Before starting solution, write down there is one more point that is to be added in the question. F. Are you guys writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write down. Core current assets are core current assets are 2,85,500. Core current assets are rupees 2,85,500. Now see, directly amount is given.
Ma'am, please repeat amount again.
2,85,500. 285,500.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Very good. So what I was saying, here you have amount as core current assets. But in last sum, in the last lecture, we had done a sum where it was percentage.
Percentage.
Yeah, core current asset was given in the form of percentage. So percentage is always applicable on current assets only. If core current asset is 20%, so 20% on what? Current assets.
Current assets.
Yes. If core current asset is 30%, so 30 percentage on what?
Current
Current
assets.
Current
assets.
assets.
Total of all current assets. Okay, whatever will be the total will be taken, and you have to calculate any percentage which is given on the core current asset. So core current assets will be calculated on current assets only. Okay, and now directly amount is given. You don't have to calculate anything. You just have to deduct core current assets from current assets, and you have to take 75 percentage. After calculating 75 percentage, you have to deduct current liabilities. So that would be the last step. And this formula is related to method number 1, 2, or 3.
Three,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
three,
Yes.
three.
Core current assets are always stated in method number 3. So you have to remember this method number 3, core current assets. Okay. Now, write down, start with the practical solution. Write down statement of working capital requirements, sum number 15. Statement of working capital requirement. Draw the lines, particulars, inner column and outer column, or if you want to make separate unit column, period column, and rate column, and then amount column, that is also fine. Done with the columns.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now come to the next page, a fresh page. Keep it on mute, please, everybody. प्रीति बेटा म्यूट करो. Okay. So come to the next page, a fresh page. Working note number 1. Always remember it is related to number of units divided by 12. So tell me, it would be monthly production, weekly production, or daily production in this sum?
Monthly,
Monthly.
ma'am.
Write
Monthly.
down. Write down. Working note number 1, it would be related to monthly production. Monthly production is equals to monthly production is equals to Tell me how many units are there total in all?
48,000.
48,000.
Yes, look at the screen, you will be able to understand then. 48,000 divided by
12.
12 months.
Very good.
4,000, ma'am.
So what you will write? 4,000 units
4,000 per month.
hmm, per month. Four thousand units per month. Everybody done with this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us quickly begin with the adjustments that are given. Look at the first point, A point. Raw material remain in stock for 2 months, while finished goods remain in stock for 3 months. So 2 months. First, let us consider for raw material. Stock of raw material. Tell me, current asset or current liability?
Current
Current
assets.
Quickly. Come on, quickly. Go to current asset, write down stock of raw material. Now tell me, number of units. Come on, quickly.
4,000.
Very good.
4,000.
Just now we calculated 4,000 into rate
80.
80 per unit.
80.
It is already given on the screen in the question. 80 per unit into how many months?
2 months.
Yes, 2
2
months.
months.
So
6,40,000.
4,000 into 80 into 2.
6,40,000, ma'am.
6,40,000.
You can check it from here also. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next adjustment, in the same
Yes,
adjustment,
ma'am.
yeah, in the same adjustment, they are, asking you to calculate finished goods. Stock of finished goods remain in, finished goods remain in stock for 3 months. So tell me, for finished goods, what rate is to be taken? First, you tell me the rate. Rate will be taken related to raw material, labor, factory overheads. What is to be taken?
Ma'am, that's it. Raw material, labor,
Hmm.
factory overhead.
Hmm. That means total cost.
Total of 3.
Total of three, matlab total cost.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is known as cost of production. Always remember. For finished stock, we always take rate of cost of production. COP, cost of production. And how to calculate cost of production? Material, labor, and overheads. But if selling overheads is there, we will not consider for cost of production because selling overheads are not considered in cost of production. Selling overheads are considered after cost of production. Have you started doing cost sheet? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in cost sheet, you must be remembering the format. Cost of production के बाद आता है selling and distribution expenses, isn't it? Selling and distribution comes after cost of production. Am I right? In cost sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, cost of production, add opening and closing stock, add opening stock of finished goods, less closing stock of finished goods, you get cost of goods sold. And then you add selling and distribution expenses. So selling and distribution is never considered, is never included in cost of production. It is after cost of production. Therefore, the logic is to ignore selling and distribution expenses while you calculate stock of finished goods. Come on, write down. It is my current asset. Go to current asset, write down stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods. Tell me number of units.
4,000.
Very good. 4,000 into how many months for finished stock?
3
3
months.
months.
3 months. Into what is the rate?
150.
150.
Now, how did you calculate this 150? You have to show it in your working note number 2. So, come to working note number 2. Next page. Write down stock of finished goods is equals to raw material 80, labor 40, factory overheads 30. Raw material 80 per unit, labor 40 per unit, factory overheads 30 per unit. So 80, 40, 30 would be 150. So you can write cost of production is equals to 150 per unit. You can write this way. Cost of production is equals to 150 per unit. Now come to the statement. Now 4,000 into 3 months into what is the rate?
150.
150.
18 lakh.
150. 18 lakh. 18.
After multiplying all the amounts, 4,000 into 150 into 3 months, it would be 18 lakhs. See, we have done correctly. Okay, now next. Okay, look at the next point. Credit allowed to the customers is 3 months. Tell me, customers. And read the last point. 20% of the total sales is for cash. So we are doing for point for the customers, that means debtors, and for the debtors, selling price is taken. So for selling price, one more adjustment is given, that is 20% total sales may say, 20% of the total sales is for cash. That means out of 100%, 20% is cash. So what we will consider?
80%.
80%
80%.
on credit.
Percentage on credit basis. We will consider only 80% because debtors means credit sales. Okay. Now, how to calculate sales? I am not given here. The per unit of sales is not given here. So how will you be calculating total sales? Can anyone tell me how much is total sales?
Ma'am, 19 lakh 20,000 is amount.
1920. Okay, very good. That's correct one. But you need to calculate sales, no, first. Sales per unit. So how will you calculate sales per unit? Tell me. It would be raw material, labor, factory overheads. Now you have to take selling overheads because when you want to sell a product, remember cost sheet, the one that you are learning in cost accounts now. Remember cost sheet. Cost sheet पे sales last में आते हैं. In last there is a last point, that is sales. Total cost. See, when you get cost of production, you add opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods. You get cost of goods sold. You add
Yes,
selling
ma'am.
and distribution expenses. Selling and distribution expense. After that, you get total cost. So you add
Add
profit and
profit.
then you get finally sales and then your sum is over, right? Am I right with this
Yes, ma'am.
format?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So sales, when we are talking about sales, before that, selling and distribution expenses are already added. Only then you get total cost. And after getting total cost, you have to add profit. Only then you get sales. That means when you are taking sales, you have to take selling and distribution expenses into consideration. Am I clear with the concept? When to take selling and distribution, when not to take?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So while calculating stock of finished goods, while calculating stock of WIP, you don't have to take selling and distribution. But while calculating debtors, you will have to take because for debtors, credit sales are considered. But sales is the last point. No. So before sales, selling and distribution is considered. So we will also consider selling and distribution expenses. Very simple logic. Okay. Chalo, come on. Let us quickly write down debtors. Debtors means current assets or current liabilities.
Ma'am, current assets.
Very
Assets.
good. Go to current assets. Write down debtors and tell me how many units. Units.
4,000 unit,
4,000.
Very good. 4,000 units. How many months?
3
3 months.
months.
Very good. 3 months. Into what is the rate per unit? Rate per unit. How to calculate rate per unit?
200.
See. Very good. 200. See how to calculate 80 raw material plus labor 40 plus factory overheads 30 plus selling and distribution 20. So you'll get total cost. What is the total cost? Adding all these 80, 40, 30, 20, you will get
200.
total cost. Tell me, what is the total cost? Yes, what is the total cost?
170.
170. In 170, you will add profit. Total cost, add profit. 170, add 30.
200.
So, selling price would be 200. So, how did you calculate? You can make this in the working note if you want. Come on, make it in the working note. I'm giving you 2 minutes for that. This 200 that you calculated, make it in the working note. But remember, there in the statement you are writing, no, 4,000 into 3 months into 200. But you don't take 200 here. 200 is total sales. What you have to take? 200 into how much?
80%.
Very good. 80 percentage credit sales. So how will you write in the statement? 4,000 into 3 months into 200 into 80 percentage. Credit sales का 80 percentage है ना? Therefore you have to consider only 80 percentage. Write down. I'm
मैम
giving you
4,000
2 minutes
का
to.
18% ले
हाँ, no
मैम
problem. No problem. The
मैम
answer will be
4,000 का
same.
80% लेंगे या फिर सेम होगा?
Same.
ओके
Answer will be same. You can try. Answer will be same. You can take this way also. 4,000 into 3 months into 200, and then whatever the answer is, you can take 80 percentage of that also. Answer will be
Yes, ma'am.
same.
19 lakh 20,000.
Yeah, you can try with any of these methods. Answer will be same. You want to take 3 months into 200 into 4,000 ka 80 percentage, answer will be same. You want to take 200 ka 80 percentage and then multiply with 4,000 and then into 3 months, answer will be same. You can try out. Take 1 more minute, but try out. Your doubt will be cleared. And also make a working note of how did you calculate 200 per unit. Okay. So selling price is 200 per unit. Okay. So with the help of selling price, we have calculated debtors. So what is the amount of debtors? Final amount?
19 lakh 20,000.
Yes, very good.
19 lakh 20,000.
Very good. Okay, now next point. Next point is in continuation. While credit allowed by the suppliers of the material is 2 months. So go to current liabilities, leave few lines in the current assets. Come to current liabilities, write down creditors. Tell me how many units? Come on, be fast.
4,000.
4,000 into how many months?
2 months.
Sorry?
2
Ma'am,
months.
2 months.
Yes, 2 months. 4,000 into 2 months into what is the rate of credit? What rate will be taken for the creditors?
Raw material.
Raw material. Very good. Because from creditors we buy raw material. So what is the per unit of raw material? That is perfect rate. Per unit of raw material is how much?
80.
80.
Yes. So 4,000 into 2 into 80.
6 lakh 40,000.
You can check from here. 6 lakh 40 is correct. Okay. Next adjustment is related to factory overheads. Factory overheads are paid at the end of the month. Okay.
Outstanding
Yes.
factory
Go
overhead.
to current liabilities, write down outstanding overheads. Sorry, outstanding factory overheads. Because there are two overheads. Selling is also there. So you need to specify which overhead. Outstanding factory overheads. Outstanding factory overheads. Tell me how many units?
4,000.
Okay, 4,000. What is rate?
30.
And
30.
and number of months?
0.5.
0.5. At the end of the month means 0.5. Means half a month. Means half a month.
60,000.
So 4,000 into 30 into 0.5 is 60,000. Correct. Correct. Now next point. Company has a policy to have a bank balance at least 1,50,000. So up to here it is bank balance. Up to here. So tell me, bank balance is your asset or liability?
Current assets.
Go to current asset, write on bank balance. 1,50,000 directly in the amount column. Directly in the amount column. Okay, next point. Together with this, they say, and cash holding worth 3 months factory overheads. That means you need to calculate cash here. Write down cash balance is my current asset or current liability.
Ma'am, current asset.
Very good. Write down cash in the current asset, cash balance. Tell me how many units?
4,000.
4,000.
Yes, 4,000. Into how many months? How many months of factory overheads? See, look at this point.
0.5.
No,
0.5.
no.
3 months. 3 months.
The
Sorry, ma'am.
point D,
Oldie.
point D. If C
Yes, ma'am.
point was related to
3 months.
outstanding factory overheads, why are you getting confused? For cash, you need to take 3 months of factory overheads. Okay, so months will be 3 and rate will be taken for factory overheads. Rate will be taken off factory overheads. Months will be 3, units will be 4,000. So tell me how many units?
4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
And how many months?
3 months.
3.
3 months.
And rate will be taken
Factory overhead 30.
factory
30.
overheads. Very good. 3 months
3,60,000.
factory overheads means you have to take 3 months and rate will be taken for factory overheads. So factory overheads is 30, no? So you have to take 30. So 4,000 into 30 into 3. 3 months.
3,60,000, ma'am.
3,60,000 is the
3,60,000.
correct answer. You can check from here. 3,60,000 is our correct answer. Okay. Is there any other adjustment that is left over? Only core current assets, right? Am I right? Is there any
Yes,
other
ma'am.
adjustment that is left? Come on, tell me yes, no.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So come on. Tell me the total of current assets. That is known as gross
48 lakh
working capital.
70,000.
48 lakh 70,000.
70,000.
Yes, 48,70,000 is correct. Look at the screen now. You will get to know. Tell me the total of current liabilities.
7 lakh, ma'am.
Ma'am, 7 lakh.
Very good. 7 lakh. So you can put current assets as A and current liabilities as B. And tell me the final answer, net working capital requirement, A minus B.
41
lakh
lakh
70,000.
70,000.
4170. 41 lakh 70,000.
70,000.
And this is known as net working capital requirement A minus B. Now come to the calculation of MPBF. Write down. Come to the next page, write down calculation of MPBF. You have 3 methods. So write down method number 1 and below that write down the formula. What was the formula of method number 1?
75% of current assets minus current liabilities.
Very good. So off means bracket. So wherever you say off, no, you have to put bracket. Okay. So what you will write? 75 percentage of. I mean, you are not supposed to write off. 75 percentage bracket current assets minus current liabilities bracket close. Tell me. You can write 75 percentage same, and in the bracket you write current assets. How much is the current asset?
48 lakh 70,000.
Very good.
48 lakh 70,000.
Very good. 48 lakh 70,000 minus in the bracket you have to write current liabilities. So what is the total of current liabilities?
7 lakh.
Yes. Next line 75 percentage. 75 percentage
Of
of. Now you can open the
41 lakh
bracket.
70,000.
Very good. It is 41 lakh 70,000. If you don't understand, please look at the screen. I am also solving it with you. So now 75 percentage of 41 lakh 70,000. Your answer will be
31 lakh 27,500.
31 lakhs 27,500.
500.
So this is as per first method. This is bank finance. Maximum finance that is given by the bank as per method number 1. Okay. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me now method number 2. What is the formula? Can you tell me which the brackets?
Current asset.
No, with the bracket. Tell me proper formula with the bracket.
75% of
75%
current
of current
assets.
assets.
In the
Then
bracket.
minus
It should be in the
Yes,
bracket.
ma'am.
And outside the bracket, it would be
Yes.
minus current liability. The
less
one that you
current.
are looking at the screen. Look at the screen now. See, 75% of current assets in the bracket. Outside the bracket, it would be less current liabilities. Now, 75 percentage of 48 lakh 70,000, which is your current asset, in the bracket. So write it in the bracket, the one that I'm writing, in the same way that I'm writing on the screen. Please look at the screen, you will understand. Don't do any mistake. 75 percentage of 48 lakh 70,000 in the bracket, and outside the bracket it will be minus 7 lakhs. Now solve the bracket first and open the bracket. 75 percentage of
6
48
lakh
lakh
52,000.
70,000. Tell
36
me.
lakh
Like 52,500.
500.
Repeat again. 36 lakhs
36 52,500.
52,500
500.
and minus 7 lakhs same. Now you are opening the bracket, huh? Because bracket is solved. 36
Yes, ma'am.
lakhs 52,500 minus 7 lakhs. So what would be the answer?
29 lakh 52,500.
29 lakh 52,000.
52,500.
Very good. So it would be rupees 29 lakhs 52,500. Okay. Now, method number 3. Are you solving it with me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So method number 3. Formula is 75 percentage bracket current assets minus core current assets bracket close minus current liabilities. This is the way that you have to write the formula. Look at the screen. The one that I have highlighted. 75 percentage bracket current assets minus core current assets outside the bracket minus current liability. Now Again, you have to write same thing. Current asset. Oh, sorry. 75 percentage. 75 percentage. Now in the bracket you will write 48 lakh 70,000 minus how many are the current? I mean, how much is your core current asset?
2,85,000.